What's going on, guys? It's Jake with Stony RC. This update on my Redcat Vigilante. I put 20 million diff fluid in the center diff here, and then I was probably driving about 5 minutes. It was driving awesome. I mean, it's wheeling nice. It's driving really well. And then it started skipping, and I think the gear skipping sound was coming from the center diff. I'm not 100% sure. It wasn't super hot or anything yet. At first, I thought it was this, with this cover coming off, skipping in here, like jumping the idler gear against here. But then I noticed that I didn't see any marks. I actually opened up the diff, cleaned it all out. There was no marks in any of the gears either. I think it's just kind of a lot of play in here, and because it's plastic, you know, it's heating up and expanding. So I did put longer screws all the way around, almost twice as long in here, so I can tighten it more. I also shimmed it. I actually had a shim kit right here. I put an extra shim underneath each of the big gears in here, and then all the little gears, I put these little shims I have here, and I put them in so I can bring all those in and bring the big ones closer, so tighten everything up in here. Yeah, it feels a little tighter in your hand. I just put 1 million in here now, so I'm going to try that out and see if it skips, see if that solves the issue, just to tighten it up. I mean, a lot of my A-scale racing cars are plastic and they still hold up. This could be a pretty big flaw for them if that's the case, that you can't put any different fluids in there or anything like that, if that's going to start happening. So we'll see. But I did put longer screws in as well to keep that tighter. Also, this little screw here, if you ever take your cover off here, it's got these little plastic inserts that are molded into the chassis. Well, this one came out. And that gear cover is pretty important on this car. You have to have it because, you know, it holds the bearings. So what I did is I put a M3 lock nut down inside there where the hole was. I smushed it down in there, and then from underneath, you can kind of see it, I put a cap head screw right there with a washer, and I drilled a little hole and went through the bottom. So that locks that into place. So basically it's like a stud sticking up now. So instead of, you know, that's just one way to do it. So instead of buying a chassis, because you have to have this on here. And I thought this gear was skipping originally, jumping. I wasn't sure because that did strip out at the same time, so I had a few things happen. But then I get this guy on here, and then you slide this on. But now I could just put a nut. You know, I can still put these 2 screws in. I just put a nut on here now. So not that I'm just trying not to take it off as much, obviously. But I was messing with my gearing a bunch and shaking it apart and doing that. So that means. But either way, they put these little, where it is, this little insert right here, kind of hard to see. They put that in there, and then you put your M3 screw into that, which is ridiculous. Like, that's a pretty big flaw that they need to address, or people may, you know, maybe Vitavon or somebody like that, or GPM can make something, or M2C. And then also, I don't know what you can do to fix this really, other than what I just did here. And then also, we need a diff case and hardened steel gears, guys. That'd be awesome for the insides. Redcat Vigilante, XMAXX Ultimate, but now we have the wide kit on it. So you can actually see it's probably about a 1/2 inch wider than the Redcat now. So it should handle a little bit better, because the Redcat does jump real nice and it's a little bit better in the turns. So we're gonna try this out, see it's a little more controllable. He's got a 22 tooth pinion in there at the 46 spur in the XMAXX, and the Redcat is a 20, and I have no idea what the stock spur is. That's all they have in it for now, is the stock, both 8S. All right, let's go see what happens. Like I talked about earlier in the video, I did shim the center diff up with 0.01 millimeter shims on the center differential all the way around on the little spider gears and outdrive gears. I put a shim behind each one just to tighten it all up, and I put 1 million in the center because last weekend when I was trying to drive it, the center diff started skipping. So I did fix that, and hopefully fix that. I've driven it once and it hasn't done it yet, so we'll see how it goes today. So. We need some aluminum diff cases. We got some new jumps on our track back here. We've been working on it a little bit, so we're gonna take these guys out there and see what happens. It's good?
That servo that they have is good.
Yeah. And he's got the wide max kit, and a lot of people say the steering's terrible after, but he does have the good Trexus servo, and as you can see, it's steering just fine. It's nice and tight. So. Still haven't put our tubes yet. We just did everything with the skid steer. So So it's a little rough out here, but it's perfect for these guys. Because it is going to be like a racetrack, not a... Well, you see we're still working on down here, but you can see we got a double, and then another double, and they're big doubles. And then we got 2 sets of doubles right here in the front, just like before. But now in the back, instead of that big triple, we just got big doubles. And you can see they're pretty darn big. Obviously, we got smoothing and more work to do, but... And then I'll turn around here, and then you got the step up to the tabletop, and then another tabletop kind of jump right here. So, I don't know. It's still rough. We're still working on it, but here we go.
So smooth. You gonna do it today? Jump that quad?
I'll do the quad. Redcat does quads in his sleep.
I love jumping towards that.
You just need that too once we get it in. Yeah, it seems like it's a little more stable. I just drove into the woods. Oh God.
Thing jumps a lot smoother. I'm not tipping over as much. Oh yeah.
It seems pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely cool.
Oh, I messed up. These tires aren't the best for hard surfaces. Oh, this ain't a track for these anyways.
Yeah, I gotta scrape some of that. I ate it too.
Better run. Yeah, 22 is pretty good on this because I got plenty of wheel spin. Oh, I keep messing that up. Oh yeah.
Yeah, things are really smooth now.
It turns way better.
Yeah.
I don't know what people are talking about with the steering. It seems really good. They must just have things adjusted wrong. Maybe they're using the Trex's controller and it's hard to get the endpoints adjusted. He is running a Fly Sky radio in the XMAXX, so he can do his endpoints really easy. I know you can do it on Trex's, but you gotta do it through the app or through the beeps. It's a pain in the ass. So this is a lot easier, and maybe that's why it's steering good and other people's aren't.
Or that servo that's in the Ultimate is a little better.
Well, yeah, and the good Trex's servo. But yeah. So just change your radio, guys, and you don't have to deal with it. Get a good radio.
Even with the IQ, it's easier with the Fly Sky.
Oh yeah, it's driving way better. Way more stable. Yeah, because right there you'd have rolled before.
Yeah, I was rolling constantly. Even down here when I come off the end of this.
It would have rolled 100%. He didn't do the oils, but I mean, it does have the stiffer springs and... Oh yeah, that's way better now. Look at that.
I can find the kick out now before I was rolling.
I mean, shitty driving. It doesn't fix shitty driving. Nice. Yeah, see right there, that would have rolled. My God, it's like a track truck now. Oh, you should have went for the flip, man. Oh, that's how you do it. Right there. Oh my God. I think I was gonna cartwheel to the woods.
did it!
Yeah. Yeah, this is like our 4th time driving these trucks, especially now that he did this setup. Everything's changing each time we drive. And it's only my 4th set of packs or 5th set of packs to this car, the Redcat.
Yeah,
so, and I've only had a few issues. Broken arm once and broke that center thing. That center thing's still broken, but I'll show you later what I did to fix that. For now, the XMAXX with the Ultimate, and obviously these are HD arms still, even though it's the wide kit, is still overall tougher, for sure. The body's not, but everything else is.
Yeah, body's definitely.
So, and with time though, I'm sure they'll make some stuff for this guy, and everything will get a little better.
Well,
everything's a little crooked here.
You already got the aluminum.
Yeah, it's got the aluminum hubs and everything's. But everything else has been holding up pretty well so far. Haven't thrashed it quite as hard as we have those before, but we'll see how it goes.
The tires are excellent.
Yeah, so far the Magmas are working fine on here. Nope. Nope. You weren't over it. It's okay. Maybe just stick with driving with the Mayokos and stuff.
That's another thing. If I could get around the track now, I don't know how I'm going to do with those things.
Why don't you drive down the middle?
I don't know. I suck.
Man. I'm gonna trucks this guys in the comments. They're not going to be happy.
Yeah, I know. They're going to be fucking.
The Redcat has set a challenge that the XMAXX can't meet. My God, here, I'll show you. Let's watch like this. Oh, don't do that.
Oh! These guys are about to hang themselves out. They're coming back down below.
I feel like my car's broken. Oh my God. It doesn't seem like it is.
Like it's leaning a little bit one side. I'm so glad my finger's not coming off the end.
I feel like a shock shaft is possibly bent. So one way to get it out. Oh yeah.
Is it? Ooh, almost 2 of them.
Look at it. That one driver's side's not coming out. Like when I go in the air.
With your straps.
Oh my God, no. Man, I think the Traxxas is scared of it.
It did it. It just went off the.
It looks scared.
Sled
It looks like
did
it's avoiding it.
The sled did it.
That's a barrel. Oh! It's freestyle.
Now the Redcat.
Yeah. I don't think I can. All right, come on. Skid plate was connected to the bumper here. It's broken. I think I might have done this before in the previous video. It probably cracked. I just didn't notice. But and then the suspension arm is crazy. I think this like bent out enough for this to come out because it's not actually broke right here. But I think it might be cracked here because the pin's still there and everything's fine. I mean, this didn't break either, which is crazy. But these arms, it might be cracked. But it's still on there. Everything's still fine, so it wasn't my shock. I think what I can do though to fix this for now, I'm gonna drill 2 small holes through here. Because, you know, these are still into the bulkhead. I'll put this back, drill 2 holes here, and then put 2 screws in right here. I have more arms, but I can pop this one back on, and it'll still be good to go. This is probably from that nose in the previous video. That's really, I hit really hard. But I did have a couple today so far. But yeah, like I said, that's why the Traxxas, they get a few more things like that kind of stuff figured out. But I mean, the truck's still really good. It's really tough. I mean, I'm not disappointed in this. I know that that's what happens. So
we're getting to that point too, where soon the classes are starting.
Yeah, and the parts on this car are just as cheap as Traxxas, which is awesome. You can get you can get 2 arms for I think it's like 12 bucks or 13 bucks. And like these kind of pieces, everything's like 10. I think the chassis is 30. It's like nothing.
You should get this top for yours.
Yeah, and that's the only thing bad about this truck now is the body. But it is what it is, so. That's what happens when we bash them.
I am probably gonna need to have to do those little thicker oil. She does squat a lot more now.
Yeah, because the longer arms.
I didn't tell you to do it, I just didn't.
Yeah, you probably need thicker oil.
It does say it in there. I'll just do it.
This bad boy still went around the track like this though. It's fine. What the heck? Look at that. Still drive back to the truck. All right, time to get the Techno out. Oh, jeez. All right. So yeah, the bumper stuff, you've seen that already. And the fix I did for the center, because this thing broke here on this side. I went to Home Depot and bought some M4 cap head bolts. These are 100mm ones. I think they're 100 or maybe 90. I forget. They stick out a little bit. Yeah, I know you put your batteries in, but mine are low enough where it doesn't matter. And I basically drilled from this side through this centerpiece and drilled from this side, and then I put the whole bolt all the way through and then put nuts on this side. So now they're actually tied through this piece, and then that's screwed down to here, which is how it kind of should be. So that should be good. I mean, I don't even need to get this piece now. It should be pretty solid. Other than that, you know, other than the bumper broke, it's pretty good. So back's all fine. Nothing broke back here. Just drove through horse shit. But yeah, so just got to get this. But I mean, that's because of my driving, you know. That's not really a fault of the truck. It's pretty good. The only real issue has been that center diff, and then this back here, which I'll put in the video so you can see it, holding that gear cover on, because you have to keep that gear cover. So, but yeah, it's been working fine. So my motor's not even cold or not even hot. I can hold my hand on it, so it's probably like 110. But and that's with the 20 tooth. And I think the 20 tooth on this truck has plenty of speed. I mean, if you're doing speed runs, obviously not, but with these tires and stuff, who would be doing that anyways?
So we're pretty close to me running a 2246.
Yeah, and he's doing 2246, and they're really close to the same speed, and it's just in the grass here. So, but the XMAXX did great. No, nothing broke on that guy. So, except for the body. But that's normal stuff. And this body is just unbelievable. I mean, it's beat up, but it ain't cracked anywhere. That's everything I've done. So, definitely good plastic. All right, guys, take care.